I thought I'd get Amy in my video this month. I think she's a bit nervous. But anyway, me and Amy, we've been together coming up 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5.5 years.
It's near enough 6.
5.5 years.
5.5 years. But I thought I'd get Amy in this video because when I'm leading up to these videos, I always think about all the things that I can say, all the changes and this, that and the other. But whilst I'm doing the video, I forget all of that. And then Amy asks, have you put this in this video? No. Have you put this in this video? No. So, rather than that happening, I thought I could get you in the video to prompt me. But she's very hay fevery at the moment.
Very hay fevery.
So, she's very snuffly and may sneeze.
Yeah. May have to leave.
We'll see how it goes. So, I've just had my 5th injection.
Yep.
5th injection. A couple of days ago. So I'm now 4 months on hormones. We saw Amy's family, I think last weekend, and they said that the last couple of weeks my voice has got a lot deeper. More significantly than kind of ever really. Seeing my mum tomorrow, and I think it's a couple of months since we've seen her, so my voice is going to be a lot deeper.
What she's used to.
And I think that's always been the kind of the worry with my mum, is my voice and how she'll respond to it. So we're meeting up tomorrow and I'll see how things go. Fingers crossed. It'll be fine, but I think it will be a bit of a...
It'll be a shock to him.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure my parents or your mum knows quite how quickly voice changes can happen. And my parents have been surprised by it, and they've seen Zack more than his mum has recently. So yeah, no, I think she's going to be surprised.
Yeah. But changes. So voices change, got deeper.
Changes.
You realise you're now singing, don't you?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Right. So my voice has got deeper.
Yeah. And fluctuating.
Yes, it fluctuates.
Sounds like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, sometimes I'm at work or just talking to you or whatever, and it will go normal, really high pitched, and then back down to normal again.
It's not even high pitched, it's squeaky.
Yes, okay. But I suppose that's what would happen if I went through normal puberty anyway.
Yeah.
But at 25, people don't expect my voice to be doing that.
No.
So I think certain people at work, at the hospital and things, they're quite surprised, and no one's really... I think only a couple of colleagues have mentioned it, but they've been quite close colleagues, so they kind of know what's happening anyway. But I think some of the nurses on the wards and things like that, I don't know if they don't notice it or they just don't seem to mention it. But anyway, hair-wise...
Hair-wise?
I wasn't thinking my hair. I've still got hair there.
We were talking about a receding hairline. I thought 4 months in that would be really...
I've not noticed a
poor.
bald patch or anything. See more facial hair, leg hair wise.
Got a little bit more moustache hair.
Yeah. I shave about...
Little tiny tash ends. Just there. Just there. A little tiny bit in the middle.
I shave about...
A little bit more fuzz there.
I shave about once a month just to see... Just so I can see kind of within that month how quickly things will grow and things like that. I've got a couple of random hairs in my chin. I say random hairs quite significantly. Yeah. There's like one there and then one there and things.
Fuzz than usual.
Yeah. Leg hair wise, I've noticed it more on the backs of my thighs. And I'm getting some hair on my knees, which I've never really noticed before.
I get hair on my knees.
Yeah, but you're quite hairy. Well, it's like I've now got some hair on my snail trail.
I've always had hair there.
Exactly. You've always had a more... Like for the first couple of months, Amy's always had a more significant snail trail than I have.
I shave it.
But you've always taken the mickey out of me because you've always had more hair there.
Yeah.
But it is getting more significant there, and I've now got some
now
hairs
looking a bit more manly in your belly area.
Yeah. Still nothing real substantial on my my belly or whatever, but they're coming in, I think. Calf hair, lower leg hair and stuff, I don't think much has changed really there.
No.
No.
You've always been quite good with hair, underarms and legs, haven't you?
Yeah.
Always had quite a lot of hair there. When you started letting it grow, it was all
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah, it grew very
hairy,
quickly and yeah, quite thick and things. I've been trying to work out a bit more because we're doing these photos and stuff, and I don't like the photos around my hip area, and I'm kind of thinking that it's not, hormones will do a lot, but it's not going to do everything. So I kind of want to help as much as I can. So I'm trying to go out running, and I've got a weights bench. I'm trying to use that a lot more. Trying to build up muscle strength, muscle bulk, and things like that.
No, did the other.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks. There's not a great deal around there, but yeah, we're seeing how things go. See, this is where I normally get stuck.
Okay, so you still got your next appointment in October.
Yep.
Potentially to talk about top surgery.
Yeah, because then I would have met the criteria that they asked for. So the year living as male, which by that chance I would have been a year 10 months, and then 6 months on hormones, and then by then I would have been 9 months. Yeah, I think about 9 months on hormones. So hopefully I'll be able to get at least one. Sometimes people have got 2 signatures then for top surgery, which is my next one I'm striving for now.
And still being attacked by sharks every month.
Yeah. Normally it ends up happening a couple of days after my injection, and I kind of think once I've had my injection that'll be that, and then it kind of rears its ugly head. And
yeah, it hasn't stopped yet, but
no.
Then you're hoping to have discussions with GP to try and maybe increase hormones to once every 3 weeks as an injection instead of once every 4.
Yeah.
To try and get those stopped.
Yeah, no,
make you feel a bit better.
Yeah, no other people have had their injections changed, but the nurse, there was nothing written on the letter that said that's what happened. It was just one of the doctors at Charing Cross. That's what he suggested. That's what he said. Things happened. So I'm going to speak to GP, see if we can get things changed where I have them a bit more often. Frequently is the word.
Personality-wise, I haven't particularly noticed a lot of difference. Zack has always been a little bit snappy, and he gets a little bit agitated quite quickly, and will also sometimes calm down almost as quickly as he gets agitated. And that hasn't been happening probably more often than usual. It hasn't been happening for longer periods of time. The only thing I have noticed is it might be happening over smaller things than usual. I think smaller things are ticking you off a little bit. That was very English, wasn't it? Ticking you off.
Yeah, it was.
Ticking you off a little bit easier than previously. But I haven't. Yeah, you haven't felt particularly lows and highs.
No.
As far as I can tell.
No.
Haven't been particularly feeling or showing a lot of anger.
No. I think
emotions wise, I don't think you've been that different. Like,
no.
Still, if you're upset, you still cry. If you know, it's not like everything is coming up in this testosterone steroid rage of all of anger that is very masculine. It's just coming out as it normally would, and I hope it kind of stays that way because
I think certain evenings I felt quite low and just kind of curled up on the sofa and things, but yeah.
But you do anyway. That's no different to how you were before you were on hormones. Occasionally, I mean, everyone does.
We're trying to go away on a holiday somewhere.
You missed my holiday face.
I find going abroad difficult. I like going away. I like being in the sun, and I like being able to go swimming and things like that. But my passport is still in my birth name. People said that don't change it until you've been so long on T, because your face shape changes and this that changes, and there's no point paying out 100 odd quid to get it changed now since you've had your name changed, and then do it again a year later. So I've kind of held off on that, but that means more than likely, and I think what I'll do is get the tickets in my birth name so they match up to my passport, so there's no going through passport control, trying to, in some foreign country, having to explain the whole situation where they don't speak English.
Because we went to Disney and we took the chance and we just booked everything in Zack's name, Zack, and his passport was still as female. And actually going through the barriers, there was that sinking feeling of, what if they turn around and just go, well, hold on, this isn't what your ticket says. But actually, they took the ticket and the passport separately on that occasion, didn't bother checking particularly, and just let us through, and it was fine. And we brought all your name change documents just in case, to kind of prove all that. Yeah. But it's that risk in a foreign country of something happening and it not being explainable enough to be satisfy their laws or something. Yeah. And getting arrested and end up with a Bridget Jones moment with you stuck in a women's prison, but because you're not satisfying their laws.
This is where my Bridget Jones diary.
Okay. Well, she ends up singing Madonna songs and swinging bras around. Oh, and she goes back and delivers all the women bras. Anyway.
I'm glad I brought you in this video, thank you.
This is what you meant by prompting, isn't it? Like, suitable references of popular previous films.
The other problems I find about the summer generally is binding, because my binders that I've got, they obviously are very tight, they're obviously made of a material that don't stretch, allow air through really, so I sweat a lot more, and I find it very difficult in choosing what to wear to kind of go with that. And it's like, if I go by the pool, I don't particularly want to, in theory, don't want to wear a lot because you're lounging by the pool, but then I want to be flat, I want to be comfortable, so I want to be flat, but then that increases the amount that I sweat, so it's kind of coming up with that balance. But then that's where I'm wanting this top surgery, to be more comfortable, to be able to exercise generally as well without having to think, what do I wear a sports top so I can breathe? But then by wearing a sports top, it makes me dysphoric, it makes me feel low, I don't want to go out, and I just, I find all that really difficult at the moment.
I mean, one thing in particular we've both enjoyed is like a badminton club locally, and in order for Zack to be comfortable running around the court playing badminton and generally getting out of breath, it kind of means that he chooses not to bind and has to wear a sports bra or something instead. But then doing that and then wearing a top, so it's just a light top so you can actually play sport in it, it means that actually shape-wise it doesn't always tick those boxes that kind of people look for to judge you in what gender you are. So we get a lot of people at the badminton club who've been misgendering Zack. And as much as we kind of highlight his name and the fact that it's a male name, and I will obviously never use female pronouns or would never use his birth name, it's not enough to prompt them to think that he's male, unfortunately, and for you to pass properly. So, it's just things like that would be a lot easier for your life if and when you do have top surgery. Yeah. But I understand the wait, and it's the NHS. Yeah. And it's free. Within reason.
Yeah. Anything else you want to put on this video?
So every month we measure Zack, and we take photos.
Mhm.
And there's been small changes, like you've got a bit bigger here, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you've got. Is there anything else that particularly changed?
One thing that Amy's very interested in is if my head changes shape. If my head gets bigger or not. So we have been measuring the diameter, circumference of my head. I don't think there's been any changes in that, have there?
No, and one time it did change very slightly, but I think that might have been my measuring.
Because then the next month it went back down again, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or you had a swollen head that month.
Maybe.
Like a big ego.
Or where you hit me and it just, I've got...
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we measure everything.
Yeah. So we're monitoring things like that and we're taking photos.
Like
and
sensors.
yeah, absolutely. And height. And we're taking photos as well, and every so often I put some of the pictures up on Tumblr and things. Just so I've got them next to each other. I only done that like once, I think.
Yeah.
Something like
What thing with
that. But yeah.
And a little voice recording.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Every week.
At a later date, much later, you just have you going, hi, it's that, hi, it's that, hi, it's that, hi, it's that.
With my head doing that as well.
Oh, yeah, well, I can't go deep without putting my head down. Sounds a bit dodgy.
Anything else?
My
stomach's gonna rumble.
I haven't noticed anything downstairs that's changed, but I haven't particularly got close enough to look.
Okay.
Have you looked?
I think it got a little bit bigger.
Sensitive, apparently, I get told.
Yeah. Yeah, sensitive. Yeah.
I think sex drives have gone up a little bit.
Yeah, I think a little bit. I think it's the sensitivity of it though.
I can't talk about this without laughing, I'm sorry.
I think it's a matter of, depending on what I'm wearing and the way that the box, in theory, my boxers like fold up and things, it makes areas more sensitive. And then it just seems as though downstairs kind of goes, Cooey, hello,
Oh yeah.
let's do something. So kind of, alright. But it's more often than that makes me want to do something than just coming up with
The little one me.
Yes, the little old you.
If you want to ask any questions or anything, or want us to talk about topics in particular, I'm quite happy to chat.
Yeah, I'm going to put, as usual, Amy's Tumblr and my Tumblrs, our URLs at the bottom.
I tried to tumble.
Like, sometimes I push her and she tumbles. So it's fine. But I'm going to put our Tumblrs at the bottom, so always you can send us, either of us, a message, or you can just send a message or comment on the video, and if there's anything for Amy, I'll show her.
Yeah.
I can show you my laptop or something.
Yeah. I mean, because I used to watch these videos a lot, especially when we were first talking about Zack not being comfortable in his birth gender and going down the route of starting transitioning. And I used to watch these kind of videos of people on YouTube, and especially I was obviously, because I was Zack's girlfriend, I was quite interested in couple videos, and I like. I liked seeing people together and seeing that actually you can be a couple where one of you is transgender and life can still go on normally and you can still be happy together, and although this person might start going through changes, you can still be happy together and still be supportive.
So I was just saying my head changes.
Okay. So yeah, do let me know if you want us to talk about a topic or anything. If you want us to talk about generally how I've come to terms with it, how we've got on together about it, anything really. I'm quite happy to talk. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you've gone from being really nervous at the beginning to basically going to do another one.
Yeah.
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 Anything else? Right. The video cut out at the end, but you were just summing up and waving, I think.
I was just saying goodbye.
Right, I don't think there's anything else. So I'll do another video in a little while. We done?
Yes.
Alright. See you later.
Bye. Bye. Be good.